In the modern world, the New Testament is often viewed as a complete and final collection of Christian teachings. Yet delve a little deeper, and you'll discover an intriguing tapestry of what some consider to be lost Christian texts, hidden away for centuries. Today, we pull back the veil on these hidden books and explore the fascinating world of lost Christianity. Imagine, if you will, the early Christian era. It's a time teeming with diverse interpretations of Jesus' teachings, vibrant debates, and a plethora of written works circulating among believers. This was a world alive with spiritual exploration, where communities sought to capture the essence of their faith in writings that extended far beyond the texts we know today. Among these, the Nag Hammadi Library, discovered in 1945 in Upper Egypt, contains some of the most compelling of these lost texts. These writings, often referred to as Gnostic Gospels, provide a different perspective on Christian theology. One of the most famous among them is the Gospel of Thomas. Unlike the canonical Gospels, the Gospel of Thomas doesn't narrate the life of Christ, but instead, it presents 114 sayings attributed to Jesus. This Gospel provides a mystical interpretation of his teachings, emphasizing internal spiritual enlightenment. In addition to the Gospel of Thomas, there's the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, which sheds light on Mary Magdalene's role and perspective, showing her as a prominent figure in the early Christian movement. This text opens a dialogue about her position as possibly one of the key apostles, adding nuance to our understanding of her contribution to early Christianity. But why, you may ask, were these texts excluded from the New Testament canon? The process of canonization was complex, driven by theological, political, and social factors. Around the 4th century, leaders within the Church sought to unify Christian beliefs under a singular doctrine. Thus, they established a standard set of texts. Writings that diverged from these emerging orthodoxies, especially those with Gnostic elements, faced exclusion. Over time, many were lost or suppressed as heretical. The Book of Enoch and the Infancy Gospel of Thomas offer further insight into the broad spectrum of early Christian thought. The Book of Enoch, revered in Ethiopia, expands on the stories of fallen angels and offers eschatological visions that spark scholarly intrigue. Meanwhile, the Infancy Gospel of Thomas gives a unique account of Jesus' early years, entertaining narratives that portray a child grappling with immense power and divinity. The rediscovery of these texts in the 20th century ignited new interest and scholarly debate, challenging perceptions of early Christian unity. These writings reveal a Christianity that was not homogeneous, but rather an intricate mosaic of beliefs, each community interpreting their experience of the divine in diverse ways. In examining these lost books, we're prompted to reflect on the richness of Christian origins and the multiplicity of voices that shaped its early narrative. They remind us that Christianity, as a faith and a tradition, is dynamic and multifaceted, deeply intertwined with the cultures and histories it touched. So, what does this mean for believers and scholars today? The existence of these texts calls for open-minded exploration and dialogue. They encourage both believers and historians to embrace the complexity of early Christian traditions, urging us to appreciate the diverse paths through which people have sought spirituality and truth. As we conclude, consider the legacy of these hidden books, not as rival texts, but as complementary threads that, together, create a more complete tapestry of early Christian history. They invite us not only to understand the past, but also to reflect on how religious traditions evolve and adapt, resonating through the ages with timeless truths and insights. Thank you for joining us on this journey into lost Christianity. We've merely scratched the surface of these hidden texts, so we encourage you to delve deeper, allowing these ancient voices to inform and enrich your understanding of Christian history and its enduring mysteries.